4.
Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. He has 60 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Wingo. Turning it on. Inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texans!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about.
Made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into...
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Here's the pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense.
The end zone is picked off.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Fires on the move. He's open on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Manning. Rushes on him. Sends it downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Drills him with the stiff arm. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get more confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
To the air, it's Manning. Completed pass, but it not only goes nowhere, it goes backwards.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And the Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, UNC! The defense putting points on the board.
Well, you don't see this very often. A defensive lineman getting the pick six. What an individual effort to get his hands on the football. How about that athleticism? And then take it to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost feels like they were ready the moment they arrived at the stadium. They're up by 21 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go to the ground. There he goes! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Now on the counter. Got the first down and still on his feet. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Lopez to pass. Now adjusting. Uncorks one to the middle. It's caught. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense, kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, North Carolina! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Manning. Extending the play. The short hands, it's Wingo. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now they'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. Makes it past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Gibson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close.
Texas, 28. North Carolina, 14.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Lopez wants to fire. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Hard running there. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught in the backfield. It's Gibson. And that downs after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Looking for a deep man. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up. On the run, it's Hall. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Lopez to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Texas offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Wide receiver comes in motion. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for the big play. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Defense just missing opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I don't like the play call, guys. screen pass at this point in the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
They're dealing with a second and long. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Out of bounds at the 22-yard line after a spectacular return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and